Next question from Kimber. Mary is pretty determined not to let the money change her. Do you think Reed will follow suit with that? Oh, that's a good question. I want to answer that. He's still kind of putting up with all the upper crust traditions that Mary is tired of. Yeah. So, okay, let's kind of go back in history for a little bit. They've been saying this, throughout the whole time we've known them, right? Like they were children, they grew up together, and their parents always wanted them to be together to have like this, business empire. I never decided like what their two businesses were, but Arnold Jones had his business, the Kellers had their business, and they decided that their businesses would be great together. And to secure the future of the businesses, their kids should get together to, make sure that no one else influences, whatever. Anyway, so, and of course, they're both old money families. Sorry if I sound nasally, I'm getting over a cold. So I hope my words are clear enough. I should probably go make myself some tea. Yeah, I'll do that after I'm done with these questions. Anyway, right. So Mary and Reed have always been thrusted into positions they didn't necessarily want to be in. Even though they grew up in this upper crust society, they just wanted to be regular kids, but they didn't have that option. So, as teenagers, when they really kind of got very close, and they started dating, kind of, they used to commiserate together. Oh, my dad's making me go to blah, 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 all my parents, and, because they just wanted to be normal. Now, of course, Reed, Reed liked the money and everything. And Mary did too, but that was never a necessary part of her life, but it was just something that she had to deal with. So, of course, stuff happened. They went their separate ways and they lived two completely separate lives. Mary was still in that world for a while, but then more stuff happened and she suddenly found herself not poor, but, regular, living a regular person's life. And Reed is still in this world that he didn't like. Now, if you remember back in the chapter when, what was it called? What was that chapter called? Under the Influence. The chapter when Mary got the mayor reelected and she went to the bar to celebrate by having a drink, and Reed was there, and they finally sat down and talked. So if you remember in that chapter, Mary wasn't really listening to what he had to say because she was so entranced by his cobalt eyes. But she did say that he was yammering on about feeling smothered by his parents and wanting to be his own person, blah, 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 blah. So that was like a little hint to let us know that, even as an adult, he's still struggling with this life that he didn't really want. I mean, mostly it's because his parents wanted him to be in the family business and he didn't want to. But, there's a lot of things about that life that he just finds to be stupid. And he doesn't necessarily want to be out because he's very comfortable, like he enjoys the money and all the accoutrements and everything. But some of the traditions he just rather would not do without. And he just wants to be a dude, and live in his nice house and dance with Mary. So to answer the question, I think that what is the question? Will Reed follow suit? Yeah. I think Mary will help him to at least find a good balance between the life they grew up with and the only life that he knows, and then Mary's new life of, minimalism, not minimalism, but like a simpler, less complicated life not with all the rich people stuff. Um, I don't think Reed will completely give everything up, but I think Mary will help him be okay with saying no to things and speaking up for himself and, putting his foot down in situations, where he probably should. So I think that's how that will go. So yeah, I mean, for Mary, she'll end up in situations she probably doesn't want to be in simply because of Reed. But she'll be able to handle herself differently, more maturely. She'll enjoy whatever, but be very conscious of what's happening and what does it mean, and how she is and how she's treating people, and she'll just be a wiser person. But yeah, I don't think they're going to go completely all the way back to the way it was before because they just don't want that. But Mary will help them find a nice balance between the life they wanted and the life they have. I think that's how I want to say that.